Knock, knock. Who's there? Mail merge. Mail merge who? Mail merge is your next assignment. Today we're going to be looking at something called a mail merge. And a mail merge is basically a way of taking data from a spreadsheet or database and then incorporating it into a custom template file to produce numerous files at once. So a common example of this is to produce address labels. And if you wanted to produce address labels, say for all the students in the school, and the information is all in a database, you can produce one label with the preset names in there, and then you can run the mail merge, and that will create them for all of the students all at once. So we're going to show you how to do this. And to do that, basically, you have to start with why you're doing it. So what we're going to be doing for our practice one is we're going to be doing knock-knock jokes. And we're going to create a knock-knock joke generator. So to start, I'm going to go into Google Docs, and I'm going to start with my knock-knock joke. Now, every knock-knock joke starts the same. So we're going to put in the information that would be the same in every joke, and then we have to add in fields to put in the information that changes. So we're going to start with knock-knock. And of course, who's there? So the next one is the response. So for the response, I'm not actually going to put in the response. I'm just going to put in what's called a field. So I'm going to put in two of these little less than symbols, and then I'm going to put in who's there, which is the response to who is there, and then two more of these symbols. This tells Google Docs that there's going to be data going there. And when I use the mail merge program, then that's where it's going to find these little characters, and we're just going to stick them in there to replace the text that's there. So who's there? And of course, the response would be that answer and then who. So I'm going to go who's there again to put that field in there again. And of course, the response is who. And then you have the response to the joke, the one-liner that goes on the end. And so for that, we're going to put response. So right now, that really probably doesn't mean a whole lot to you. So what we need to do is we need to create these fields in a spreadsheet program and then put in the actual information that's going to go in there. And before I do that, I'm just going to fancy up this font a little bit. It's a joke, so let's make it a little bit of a funnier font. And I'm going to increase that size for my knock-knock joke generator. Okay, and then I'm going to give this a name. I'm going to call this knock-knock example. All right, so now I'm going to go into Sheets. And in here, I need to create the fields, and the names of the fields should match the names that you used in here. So my first field is called Who's There. So I'm going to type that in the top. Who's there? And my second field is response. So now I'm going to put in response. Okay, so now I need to get my knock-knock jokes. Make these bold, make them a little bigger. Okay, and for these, I'm just going to copy and paste some in here to show you the example. So who's there? Let's go figs. That, paste that there. Go get the response, which is fix the doorbell. It's not working. Okay, and now I'm going to go get a bunch more of these, and we'll speed this up. All right, so I got my cheesy knock-knock jokes in there, and now I'm going to create my mail merge. So to create my mail merge, first thing you're going to have to do is go to the add-ons, and you're going to have to download an add-on called Autocrat. So I'll show you that in class, but you need that Autocrat add-on, and you can get that under the Get Add-ons, and just type in Autocrat, and it should be the first one. If I just go here, and let's see if I can get it to pop up. I go here and search apps for Autocrat. And it's this one here, by New Vision's Cloud Lab. So it should look like this, although if this is sometime in the future, it may not look the same, but it's the one by New Vision's Cloud Lab. Okay, I have that installed. Okay, so I'm going to go and I'm going to launch that. Okay, when that loads up, we are going to create a new one, a new job. And we're going to call it Knock Knock Example. You just call yours Knock Knock. Now I need to choose a template. So I'm going to go and get a template for my drive when the template is the Knock Knock example that I've already created. So I'm going to go from drive. And here's my Knock Knock example. So I'm going to select that. Okay, that's in there now. I'm going to go next. And first thing I have to do is merge tab. I want to use sheet 1. So I got to click on sheet 1. And then see it's saying who's there. It's not picking anything for some reason. So I'm going to go there and manually select the who's there so that I know that it's going to map who's there to who's there and response to response. Okay, that's pretty much all we need to do, but I'm just going to go through the next just in case you get confused there. So you can just next this. You can choose where you want them to save, which is fine. It could be in My Drive as long as you can find them afterwards. Otherwise, just remember where they are being saved because you're going to be turning these in. And then next, don't need to do that, don't need to do that, don't need to do that, don't need to do that. So we press save, set a file naming pattern. Did I forget? Oh, let's call this Knock Knock, sorry. We have to add that in under file settings. So on the fourth one, it should say the name of what it's going to make those files to be. So that's Knock Knock. And now I should be all good. There we go. Save. Okay, so that's not it. We're not done. Now we need to run it. So once it creates that, you're going to press run. And that's going to run that. It's going to create those files, and that's going to show you that all those files have been created in your spreadsheet. And it's on the second. We'll speed this up too. Okay, done. So now I've got links here where I can go and check and see what these look like. So I'm going to click on that, open that up, and you can see it's replaced all my field text with the actual information. Figs. Figs who? Figs the doorbell. It's not working. But
get off the stage.
All right, so you got to do that. I want you to get 10 different Knock Knock jokes in here. So pick your favorite 10 from that site. Doesn't have to be the same in order. Pick ones that you think are funny. And if you don't find any, just pick 10 that you're willing to put in here. And then you're going to generate that, and you're going to turn in this file here with all of the merged docs with the links. And you're going to turn in your template as well with your fields in there. All right, good luck. Any issues, let me know.